Okay, welcome back, students, to another class. So, in this class, we already have learned what inheritance is, and in this class, we are going to learn what multiple inheritance and multi level inheritance is mainly. So, there are different ways of approaching this inheritance. Either you can have single inheritance, which we already have seen. We have created a class and then we inherited from a parent class. And multiple inheritance means a child can inherit from multiple parent classes, that we will see. And multi-level inheritance means you would have a parent class. I would say, for the just to explain you, it would be called as uh, grandparent class. Okay, this would be called as parent class, and this would be the child class. Basically, child class can have features of grandparents as well as a grandparent class as well as your parent class. But there is nothing called grandparent class and parent class. Okay, just to only to explain you, I'm using those terminologies, but the actual terminologies are super class and derived class. Okay, derived class 1 and derived class 2, that way. So multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So multiple, let's understand these things with examples. Let's just say, as you can see, for multiple inheritance, a bat is an animal. It's a mammal. Okay, but it's a flying mammal. Okay, hence it can have the features of another class called winged animal as well as mammal, that we will see now. Let's just say I have a class. I'll create a class capital M for creating a class, and no open close brackets. Okay, inside this I'll add a init, my constructor. Okay, and constructor will always refer to itself first. Here I will add a pass. Okay, and I will also add another function, and these functions inside a class are called as methods. Okay, remember that. So I will add another mammal info. Okay, this I will say print mammal, something like, I don't know, mammals live in jungle. Let's just say I add something called mammals live in jungles. Okay, and I also add another class called winged animal. Okay, now this winged animal also will have its own constructor, just just in case I want to add new methods. Okay, I can have my own constructor, and then I have, let's just say, winged animal info as another method or a function. Okay, both are same. Okay, and this will also refer to a self, and here I will add another print statement saying, let's just say, bat is a winged animal. Got it? So two simple classes, very simple classes, and both these are separate classes. They don't have anything common. If you notice, I'm not inheriting anything. If you notice, okay, there is no inheritance. But now I will create another class called bat. Now this bat, I will say, is inheriting from both mammal, capital M, okay, mammal, as well as it is inheriting from winged animal. Okay, and I will just add pass. Three classes I have now. One is this parent class, sorry, these two are parent classes, and this is a child class or derived class. Okay, this child class is inheriting from both mammal and winged animal. If I assign it to a variable or instantiate, or whatever you like to call, so if I do that, and now by default this B will have access to both mammal and winged animal. So that you can see by, if I called mammal info, that also should work. Okay, live in jungles, sorry, spelling mistake, live in jungles. Okay, and this B will also have access to winged animal info. You see, I'm able to print this function as well, along with from second parent class, and these values as well from first parent class. This is how multiple inheritance works. Basically you can pass, previously we saw passing only one parent class, now we are seeing multiple parents. Is this understood? If there is no response, I'll think that this is understood. Okay, the next thing we will see is multi-level inheritance. As this is what we will replicate. Okay, I can take um, okay, let me take the same example. This anyway is already defined, but here I will modify a little bit. Okay, this I will take as is. Now we are seeing multi-level. Okay, multi-level we are seeing. Let's just say this be my one class. Another class is lion. Okay, in lion I have something called, I'm inheriting mammal. Basically I'm taking features from mammal which which I already have defined, and I'm gonna define lion info. I want to have same format so that I can explain it very in a simple words. Okay, so in the second class I'm not defining constructor because I'm not going to use any new methods. You can define or you cannot define, it's your choice, there is no objection over that. Okay, so I will here mention that this is king of jungle. Okay, and another class I'm defining called cub, which is inheriting from lion. See what is happening, lion is inheriting from mammal. Mammal, all the functions will be available to lion, and cub is inheriting from lion, which means all the lion methods will be available to cub. So cub info I will add now. If I add cub info and make it as self, and here I will print a cub is a lion's child, something like that. Okay, just for demonstrating, need not be exactly that. You can, now I'm instantiating m is equal to mammal. Okay, when I instantiate m equals to mammal, m can have only access to mammal info. Okay, mammal spelling mistake. Okay, but yeah, so m can have access to mammal only. But if I type m dot lion info, I should get error. Okay, because this is not inheriting from this, it's in the reverse order. Lion is inheriting from mammal, mammal is not inheriting from lion, hence lion info will not be available to mammal. Okay, or cub info, if I type um, m dot cub info also, it should give me error, because we are not inheriting anything into mammal. See, there is error, so it's not, no attribute is found. Okay, now let's see what lion has access to. I will say L equals to lion. Okay, I instantiated. Now if I access L dot, first it will have access to lion info. This is clear for us. Okay, and likewise L will have access to mammal info. See, and because lion is taking the features from mammal, this any instance of lion will have access to mammal methods also, along with lion methods. That is what we see here. But if I try this lion instance to access cub info, I should get an error. Okay, there is no cub info there. See, lion cannot access cub, lion can only access mammal. That's what you see, mammal, right? Okay, that's why lion can access only mammal, it can't access cub. Now let's see what cub has access to. Cub is inheriting from lion, lion is inheriting from mammal, which means by default multi-level inheritance means this cub should have access to both lion as well as mammal by default, because lion is inheriting from mammal. Okay, let's see what cub has. C is equal to, I will define cub. Okay, and first I will try to access method inside this C. C has access to cub info. Let's see. Yeah, it has access, so it is able to print cub is a lion's child, which is what you see here. Now let me try to access C dot lion info. Okay, it is able to access. Let me try mammal info. It is able to access. You see how multi-level inheritance is working. Anything basically, lion is sorry, cub is accessing from lion, lion is accessing from mammal, and because lion and mammal, lion has access to information of mammal as well, by default cub inheriting from lion will also have access to both lion and mammal. Okay, that's what we are showcasing here. If this is understood, then well and good, amazing. That's all there is to multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. All these programming paradigms you will, all these concepts you will use when you want to build a complex project. Okay, so that's why it's important that you know the different ways of doing the inheritance. Okay, that's all there is to this class. So if any doubts you can ask now, if not we can end the class. Okay, I take your silence as no doubts. I'm ending the class. We'll see. We'll meet next week. Okay. Thank you.